Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I have got an exciting video today because I have got Diamond Art Club's 2025 calendar to show you. Thank you very much to Diamond Art Club for sending this over to me. I'm really excited to take a look actually, because I didn't buy the calendar they released last year after some deliberation, because at the time I wasn't really getting smaller projects so much. But this year I've got a lot more into the smaller projects. So yeah, I think this looks great. So it's called Seasons of Sparkle 12-month diamond painting calendar. And on the back, you've got some great info there. So there is a how it works, kit contents, and here is a little sneak peek of all of the images. And I think these are rather adorable actually. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up and take you through all of the months. This is coming out on the 9th of December. I believe that is going to be a 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time, or 5 PM UK time release, because that's usually the pattern when it's not a Saturday release, that everyone just has it at the same time there. But the correct information for the times that it will be released will be available on the preview that Diamond Art Club has posted on their Facebook page. So if you're watching this video, that has already been posted, and that will have all the release information that you need on it. Okay, let's take a look in here. It's a nice size box. It's quite big, but it's been packed so it's not too fat a box, which makes it easier for storage. Oh look, they've even packed the diamonds differently. Okay, so I've got round diamonds in here. So this is a round diamond painting kit, and it looks like all of the months are packaged up differently, which is perfect because my plan for this is I'm putting the calendar on the wall in my office, and then every month I'm going to take it down and diamond paint that month, because I thought it'd just be fun to do it through the year. So it'll only be complete at the end of the year. So having the drills packaged separately means I don't need to kit this up. I can just work out of the bags for that particular month. Wonder why that one's, oh, February, May supplement. Interesting. Okay, hopefully that will become clear. So I'll show you first of all the toolkit. But let me move these bits to the side for now and bring you in a bit. So this is Diamond Art Club's newest style toolkit. They came out a few months ago, and they have two sizes. So you see here, this is a smaller tray than you will get in a full-size diamond painting. This is what they tend to do for their smaller projects, because you don't need such a big tray. Let me get all the bits out. So you get your twist and pick applicator pen. It's got a nice feel to it. It's more ergonomic than the very thin plastic pens that we used to get. So if you ever used to get hand trouble with those from gripping your pen for a while, you will likely find this more comfortable. This side has got a four placer, which just works in the usual way, where you load your putty or wax or whatever you use in there and you're good to go. This end is where the twist and pick bit comes from. So first of all, if you're familiar with these already, you might notice a change immediately, that this has got a brass tip to it. So previously these were all plastic, and people were finding they just didn't last as long as you might have hoped. So they are now transitioning to brass tips. It's not guaranteed you'll have that in every kit from now on, but they are starting to appear. This chamber here is preloaded with putty. And what you do is you just twist it. Sometimes needs to be quite firm, particularly if it's cooler where you are, because the putty is a bit firmer in that chamber. But once you've twisted it a little bit, you should see the putty start to ooze to the surface, and then you pull off any excess and you're good to go. So that is what you can use to single place. This whole little chamber comes out as well, and it is reloadable. So just in case you manage to get through all of this putty, which is probably unlikely to be honest, it's loaded with a generous amount. You do have more putty that you can load in. Or for some people, they might not love putty, or they might prefer a different putty. But yeah, you could change that for wax or a different putty or whatever you prefer. But Diamond Art Club's got you covered with plenty of their putty. You've also got a little roll of baggies, and then inside the tray you have got some of the wax in case that's your preference, and also a 7-placer if you prefer to use that on this end. I don't think the ends are interchangeable because this is a different shape and size to usual tips, but you can put the 7-placer on that end if you prefer. And here is the tray. So it has a lid that slides on like that. It's got a stopper, and these are stackable. You'll only get this size if you buy smaller kits, but they would stack all on top of each other. So if you like to kit up directly into trays, that's a great option for you. Yeah, so that is the toolkit. Let me get all of this cleared away. So let's take a closer look at the artwork. The calendar itself is wrapped in a further plastic bag to protect it. And it has a nice, oh, what's the word? I don't know what you'd call that. This kind of, well, this kind of thing where the pages flip over really nicely. So here we go. Let me bring you in so you can see it closely. And I'm just going to flip through all of the different pages. Okay. So having to be a little careful because obviously you've got layers of plastic covering the actual diamond painting. So first up, January, is this adorable little snowman. And it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the kind of partial diamond painting where the drills are uneven. You know, they're not laid out in your usual grid type rows like in a diamond painting. Not so easy to multi-place, but not a ton of diamond painting to do either to get this done. And this snowman is really, really cute. I love his little scarf. And I wonder, I think the best way to do this would actually be to look at the drills at the same time, wouldn't it? So let me find the drills for January. And we'll see what's going into this one. There's no legend to follow, there's no sticky labels for pots. I think with this few colours and, you know, having the colours per project, it really would be assumed that in most cases you probably wouldn't bother to kit up. But if you really prefer to do that, you can just do the numbers. So 1 is 1 on there, 2 is 2, etc. Actually more colours in this one than you would think, but very few of most of them. So I have got, I'm just checking closely as I go through them to see if there's any special drills. So there's some nice greys. That's like grey-green that's very pretty. More greys. Greys moving into grey-blues, which is obviously the colour of the scarf and the hat. Moving into some proper blues. And another sort of grey-green. I actually really like grey-green. It's an odd colour to be attached to, but I do like it. And there's green, more grey, sort of pale green there, brown, sort of beigeish colour, nice orange, that'll be the carrot in his nose, some more brown, a greenish colour, grey, and a lovely dark blue, a pale blue, and is this a special drill? No, I believe that is just a normal white drill. So no special drills, at least in this one. So yeah, that is January. Absolutely love this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this near the start of the month each month. And then I'm also going to work on my months of the year mini dazzles and just work on them through the year. Anyway, that's by the by. So yeah. They haven't marked my birthday out. That's just rude. Cat's birthday on the 11th and my husband here. Little bit of something on there, but it came straight off. Okay, February. So February is, of course, the month of love. We've got Valentine's Day. So this one's very red and pink. And I'm realizing I should have put these drills out of the way, so let me just clear them up. Now, February was one of the ones with a supplement. So let me get out the actual February drills and then we'll figure out what's going on there. I wonder if those are special drills. Oops. Not so many colours in this one. So I've got some lovely shades of pink and red. Very pretty. Sort of candy pink, very bright red. More pinks, some white, more pink and a little bit of grey. That's going to be the wheels and this. So what is in the supplement bag? Is this just giving us options to switch drills out? I think it might be. So I've got, that goes up to 8. So that is all of the numbers that are on here. But here, no, I think these are also normal drills. It doesn't seem like a special drill kind of a project. So, not entirely sure what that's about. I'm going to guess that maybe they didn't have enough drills in these bags and they've added them into this bit. If I can find out some information about that, I will put that on the screen now. But either way, I'm glad that we've got the drills we need. Moving on to March. March is a lovely spring-like colour scheme. And here we've got I was going to say a vase, but it's not a vase. It's a watering can filled with flowers. This one's going to be super pretty. Look at all the bright colours in there. And this one, compared to the others, more so the actual image itself is a partial rather than just the background. So you have got some petals in amongst these where they're a bit more detailed, I guess, than they could render at this size. So yeah, that's going to be really pretty. Let's look at the colours. I should just check as well, but of course it is perfectly sticky in all the right places. And the places that you don't want to be sticky are not sticky at all. How does that work for the sections? Okay, I think that is all sticky. So you may possibly choose to seal that. Sealing does void your warranty, but once you've completed a piece, that's not so much of an issue. Otherwise, it's possible it will collect a little bit of dust on the wall. That might be something you're not concerned about, but there's options for that. I guess it's not really possible to just put the glue on the individual dots, because can you imagine? And if it went in the wrong place, it just wouldn't work. So yeah, that would be the workaround for that. So lots of colours again in this one. So I'm up to at least 16. There's blue, a white, a green, another lovely dark blue, a pink, a yellow, a sort of dark olivey green, sort of reddish pink, pinkish red, a lovely pale lilac, and more purpley purple, more blues, it goes up to 17. 9 is a yellow, then I've got a lovely pink, some more purple, a purpley blue, a sort of neutral tone there, and some more blue, and it actually goes to 18. So yeah, kind of surprised how many different colours are in some of these. Just reinforces to me that it wouldn't be worth for me kitting up each month, because you're kitting up and going to that effort, and there's just a handful of drills in some of these. So yeah, that is March. On to April next. Known as a rainy month where I live, but next year it contains Easter. Easter is really late next year, but yeah, here we have Easter Bunny and some Easter eggs. That is really adorable, actually. I love his pink bow tie. And the flowers are diamond painted, which is really nice, and I bet those eggs are going to be sweet. The basket looks pretty detailed as well for the size. So let's check our drills. Lots of browns in this one. Maybe not the most adorable color palette, but it's certainly an adorable picture. So we've got several shades of brown here. And then there's a lovely yellowy orange, some green, the pink for his little bow tie and the pink egg, another green, a sort of reddish pink there, and a lovely lilac colour. Next up is May. And this one, okay, cool. So we've got a nice kind of outdoorsy scene, I guess. You've got some summer, well, late spring, summer flowers. You've got lots of lovely summery imagery in the background. And it's time to get out on your bike and get out and about because it is now warmer weather. That's how I'm interpreting this one. That's a really cool bike image. I love the spokes. And you probably could just about multi-place those if you wanted to as well, because they're pretty straight. So this is the other one that was listed on the little bag of supplemental drills. So again, I think possibly they didn't have enough in these bags because it doesn't look like very much in there. And they've caught that and just added them in, which is fine. I do not care as long as I have enough at the end of it. So there's a lovely bright pink, some white, a brown, some yellow, nice peachy colour, a grey, a green, some more pinky peachy colours moving into really quite peach there. I love how the colour palette's quite different for everyone so far. Makes it nice and varied. This one's got a sort of lilac-y background, which is a very pretty shade. Onwards into June. I'll have to add on my the British bank holidays. It's quite funny because I didn't really think about it, but in Britain this would most likely be a bank holiday, usually this Monday, and then actually this one as well, so we probably have a shared holiday day that day. But yeah, I've never had an American calendar before. That's kind of fun. So June, we're going for a bit of a seaside theme. I guess everyone's going to the beach because it's proper summer now. So you've got your ice cream and your nice summery fruits, a nice camera to make memories. And yeah, I guess maybe some people like to go out in their boat, or it's just generally representing a seaside theme. So June's drills. Looks like there's only maybe about 6 colours for this month. So this one's a nice straightforward one. And you've got some lovely blues. Well, hang on, there's not a 3, so we've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 5 colours, and there's just some browns and some blues. But yeah, that matches up with this. There isn't a 3 on there. I wonder if it's just something to do with transferring numbers across different images. I'm not sure. But either way, that's easy enough to follow. Heading into July, where here in the UK, it can either be lovely and summery and record-breaking temperatures, or it can be rainy and miserable and cold. But for the calendar, this is, oh, that's a nice sort of tropical image, isn't it? Maybe you're on your holiday now. You've got your holiday cocktail, some lovely tropical flowers. This is very beachy and holiday-ish, isn't it? I like that. July is probably a little early for our holiday. We'll probably go in August, but I'm down with that. That's summer holidays. Everything's about just having fun for the summer in July. So, got some lovely bright coloured drills for this month. I've got some green and this lovely, I think I've had this one before, sort of corally colour. Some beige, some green, some red, sort of beigeish colour, I suppose you'd call that. Pale pink, some brown, very bright pink, and another pink there. So yeah, beautiful colours in that one. I like that a lot. I think this is going to be really fun as well. The swirling patterns of the drills. You know, I was saying earlier how they're not in a grid. It really makes sense, particularly with an image like this, because it's really adding to the texture of the, I guess it's a coconut, is it? And the flower. So that's cool. On to August, late summer now. And we're still with a beach theme. There's a lovely mermaid for August. Oh, the fish in the background of this are really sweet. Do you know what? I really love the art style of the background. This kind of, it's almost like a watercolor painting effect, isn't it? That sort of like dreamy, soft style. It's nice. I like it. This mermaid could be me with the brown hair. I look just like that. That was a joke, by the way. So I've got some browns, some pink, a nice yellowy colour, more browns and pale peachy colours, some brighter pinks there, some white and a lovely shade of lilac. Okay, so now we've had the summer. The kids in the UK are all back in school because that only happens in September here for the most part. And we're heading towards autumn. So starting to think of some more autumnal backgrounds. So you've got your acorns and mushrooms and just different animal life that I guess is typical for that time of year. A hot cup of coffee or hot chocolate or something, because maybe it's getting a bit cooler now. Really pretty. I do like the thought that's gone into all these background images just as much as the actual part that we diamond paint. And who doesn't love an adorable little owl? So this one's going to have, again, like not the most fun colour palette like one of the ones earlier, because it's going to be very brown, but it's a very pretty image. So I've got a big old bag of this pale peach colour. Big relative to the bags for this project anyway. I've got some browns, more browns, browns going into an orange, some green and a very dark red. What's that dark red going to be? Oh, that's in his eyes. Ooh, okay. Cool. Now it's October, so I'm pretty confident this is going to feature Halloween. And I do know at the start, I looked at the back of the box and I could see all the images. But trust me when I say I'm still surprised by them every time I turn the page, because I have completely forgotten what I looked at the start. You might be faring better than me in that regard. And of course, October is Halloween. We've got a pumpkin ghost. If you can't decide whether to do a pumpkin or a ghost to represent Halloween, why not combine them? I like that a lot. That's really fun. So lots of cool Halloween images in the background of this one. That ghost is absolutely adorable. Yeah, and this is really making me laugh. I'm enjoying that a lot. Let's look at the drills. So I've got white, because of course we've got a ghost to diamond paint. There's obviously some orange for the pumpkin. There's a lovely sort of greyish lilac, I suppose you could call that. Red, this sort of very dark red again, which is number 3 again. So maybe those numbers do transfer. I was wondering that earlier, wasn't I? I'm not sure. I'll try and figure that out. There's an orangey colour and 2 lovely greens for the stalk. The stalk does a great job of looking a little bit like a hat as well. 2 months to go, on to November, the month of my son's birthday, when everyone else is starting to think about Christmas, or you guys over the pond are thinking about Thanksgiving, but I'm just focused on his birthday, and then Christmas catches me completely unawares every year after that. So now we've got proper kind of harvest. And I would imagine that this is also a nod to Thanksgiving, because, yeah, Thanksgiving's there on the 27th. So you've got your turkey and various imagery associated with that. I'd love to hear in the comments if there's any significance to any of these images that I'm maybe not aware of, because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here. But I also love the cold weather images. You know, your autumnal leaves, the lovely bobble hat. That's a really sweet image. These leaves are just gorgeous. Loving all the reds in this one. So I have got a very bright red there, a lovely orangey brown, a dark red there, which looks a lot like the one that was labelled 3 in the other one. So I don't think that the numbers transfer from one painting to another after all, because this is 3 and this is very much not a dark red. Okay, so they are very much self-contained, no transferring of drills from one image to the next. Then you've got yellow and orange and green, another yellow and some white. Quite a detailed this one. I think one of the bigger ones in terms of the amount of actual diamond painting there is to do. Love the stripes on this. I guess it's a butternut squash or something like that, is it? Yeah, very detailed image, very pretty. And last but not least, we have December, the very month in which we are now in 24. And of course, this one is going to feature Christmas. So there is a gingerbread house. I love that. And all sorts of beautiful Christmas imagery in the background. Oh, I love that Santa hat with the stars on it. I love the presents. I love all of it, actually. This one's a really nice one. And I love the background colour of this, the greens. So the gingerbread house, again, quite a big one. These do vary in size. And I have got a pale peachy colour, some browns, a sort of almost gingerbread brown, wouldn't you say? Some red, some green, another lovely pale green, and a bit of pink. So another very simple but effective design. I think that's going to be one of my favourites because I do love a gingerbread house. A little candy cane in the background too. What day is Christmas Day next year? I say that, I don't know what day it is this year. It's a Thursday next year. So there you have it, Diamond Art Club's 2025 calendar. By the way, the turning mechanism, I cannot think of the way to describe the kind of spiral binder. The spiral binder is very smooth working because, you know, sometimes things catch. These turn very, very nicely on it. So yeah, which one is your favourite out of these? I do love January. I love Christmas. I'm quite fond of May, actually. I think they're all really nice and very different and a bit quirky and just really adorable. I think this is a lovely calendar. And as I say, I'm going to work on this month by month, but it would be lovely to get this all completed this month as well. I wonder what you'll choose to do if you're buying this. So you've got it all ready to go for next year, or whether you're going to do it bit by bit like me. Thank you very much again to Diamond Art Club for sending this over to me. I've really enjoyed taking a look at it today. And yeah, this will be for release. I believe that I'm putting this video up the day before it goes up for release. So it's going to be on the 9th. And as I said before, do check Diamond Art Club's social media page, their Facebook page primarily, to find out all the details that you need to know for when this will be available to purchase. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel and you've enjoyed what I've done here, I'd love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye!